Hello, my name is Matt Bird, and welcome to the PublishU Podcast, where we feature the real life stories of authors from around the world. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Helena Day from Bali, who has written a book called Unbound. Helena, welcome.
Thank you. It is great to be here with you today.
It's really good to be with you too. And how is life in Bali? I mean, Bali is probably one of the biggest brands in the world, isn't it? I mean, let's face it. What's life like there?
It's hot. It's hot. It's often sweaty, but it's absolutely delightful. I love living here. I've got my family here. I've got two kids. I've got lots of pets who are mine, and lots of inherited pets as well. We've got lots of, as is the case in Bali, we've got lots of adopted dogs that live on our doorstep. But it's a beautiful place to live. We spend a lot of time at the beach, a lot of time in nature. So it's good.
Amazing, amazing. So, what is it you do professionally, Helena? I mean, is it in Dubai? Is it beyond Dubai?
So I am a subconscious mastery coach, and I work with founders and leaders, and I help them uncover the patterns which are capping their growth and their ambition and keeping them stuck. I also
Mm,
run workshops and for corporates as well, and for leaders in more professional settings.
mm. I think you're the first person I've ever met who calls himself a subconscious business coach, was it?
Mastery coach, I said,
Mastery coach.
but I do work with
Subconscious.
many people on their businesses.
Subconscious mastery coach. Oh my goodness. And your clients in Bali, are they in the region? Are they around the world? Who is it you typically work with?
They're totally international, so global, all over the world.
Nice, nice. Very good. And of course, here you're like a few hours from Australia, Singapore. Um, are those places you love to go and work, or do you tend to work remotely?
Yeah, well, I lived in Singapore for 10 years before Bali,
Okay.
so I have a lot of connections in Singapore, and I have a lot of clients in Australia as well. The time zone is pretty good to Bali, so yeah, it's a good, and I tend to go to Australia a lot on holiday as well. I mean, it's a hop, skip, and a jump from Bali.
Absolutely. So, Helena, we're here to mark the publication of your first book, Unbound. I mean,
Very exciting.
yeah, I mean, how do you feel? Because this has been it's not been a super long journey. It's something you wanted to do for a long time, I think, but it's happened, in good time. I mean, how do you feel now? It's like out there, and anybody anywhere can grab a copy.
Oh my goodness, this book has been a long time in the making. So, a
Mm.
decade. I've been thinking that I would one day become an author, and here I am. So, the book, and you might ask me this question, but the book is really about the subconscious patterns which keep people stuck. And all of mine have come up through writing the book. So, when you ask me, how am I? Better, having worked through many of the patterns that kept me stuck while writing the book.
Yeah, yeah, interesting. And how many patterns do you identify in the Unbound model?
There are four patterns. So there are four binds. There's the standards bind, there's the pace bind, there is the receiving bind, and there is the exposure bind. And these
Ooh.
are patterns which I have seen in the leaders that I found and founders that I work with over many, many years. We think that we live lives, but we are actually just living out these patterns. And they kept coming through for me, and I had no idea what this book was going to be about. I just knew that I was going to write a book. And it was really in this consolidation of recognizing these four patterns that came up again and again and again that the book came together.
Yeah, I think I remember you having this aha moment where it all kind of clicked into place. It was
Yes.
quite something.
Yes, and yes, because I even when I started off in the book course, I really didn't know, in essence, what the book was going to be about. I knew that I had this decade of experience and all of this, all of these experiences, but I didn't know where they were going to lead me. And it
Mm,
was when I sat down and carved out the time and the space that the book just came through.
mm. And so, what did you find to be your greatest personal obstacles in writing the book?
Oh my goodness. I'm glad you said obstacles and not obstacle because there were many.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me take you to a moment. So I take myself away and I book 3 days in the jungle in Bali. I mean, this is the ultimate place to write a book.
yeah.
And so I take myself off to the jungle and I've carved out the space. And as a mother, I'm here. I don't have any of the distractions that I've got from all of my children and the animals and the routines and everything. And I'm like, I'm going to write this book. And day one, nothing comes. And I
Oh my
get to
goodness.
the end of that day and I am so frustrated. I'm really pissed. I'm really
Mm.
pissed. And I go and sit by the river in the jungle, feet in the stream. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I've carved out all of this time to write this book and nothing is coming. And then I realize this is the exact chapter that I'm writing about.
Of
How
course.
don't we can't force things and we actually have to allow. And so it was only through that process of allowing one of my binds, which was coming up so strongly, which was the standards bind. Can I be imperfect and still belong? That was coming up for me, writing this book all the time. I wanted to keep editing the whole time. And it was only in unbinding that I recognized the book could then just flow.
Mm, mm. Yeah, amazing. And so you called that the standards spine?
Yeah, the standards bind.
Is this kind of like a commitment to perfectionism and very high standards?
Absolutely. And it disguises itself because we often think that the standards are something to uphold and they're absolutely wonderful for us. And in many cases, they are, but not when they come from a hole within us. And that hole is the feeling of being inadequate in some way. So
Mm,
standards are absolutely marvelous and wonderful when they come from a place that we feel that self-belief already. But
mm,
when we're trying to fill in that gap, like I was with my
mm.
book, you know,
Yeah,
is it going to be okay? Am I
mm,
worthy of being a writer and
yeah,
writing this book? That the bind comes up in all of its force.
yeah. Multi-dimensional. You mentioned, was it the pace bind?
Yeah. Yes. The
Tell us
pace
more
bind.
about that.
Can I slow down and still matter? So many
Ooh.
of the founders and leaders, I know it's a biggie. Many of the founders and leaders that I work with really, really struggle with this because their value is so tied to achievement and what they do. And so it's when you go on holiday and you tell yourself you're not going to be checking emails, and
Yeah.
then you find yourself 24 hours in checking your emails. And it's this ability to actually take back control of your timing
Yeah.
and relax and know that you are worthy no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And you can then control the pace rather than the pace controlling you. Because often with the founders and leaders I work with, if you're not controlling the pace, guess what happens? Burnout.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. Wow. I can't wait to get my hands on my own personal copy of this book and to read through it in a slow pace.
Yes.
Somewhere
Well,
study.
and it's not just a book of theory. I have to add that here. This is really an experiential book. So, from the first page to the last page, it's written to be an experience with practical tools and activities and reflections so that you get to do the work as
Mm.
you move through it. Because
Mm.
otherwise, the tendency for so many of us is just to get the insight and move on and keep doing the same old
Yeah.
things. So the book is actually designed to be action itself.
Mm. Mm. Beautiful. Love it. So you did the Publish You Writing My Book course. You mentioned that already. In what ways did writing my book actually help you write your book?
Oh my goodness. All of my binds came up while I was writing this book.
Mm.
And having a container really, really helped me work through all of them. My need to have everything perfectly came up. My pace, feeling like I had to write in specific chunks on specific days, that came up. My ability to sometimes not allow myself to be supported the way I need to, that came up. And then the exposure bind is all about, really, how big can I become
Mm.
without being pulled back? And that came up as well. How visible can I be and put myself out there
Mm.
with this book in the space?
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
all came up, and the container really helped me to keep going and keep myself accountable the whole way through.
Mm. Wonderful. Oh, that's great to hear. And what is it that now your book is live out there in the world? What is it you hope it achieves?
Mm, what a
Maybe I
great
can put that
question.
achieves for the reader, but also achieves for you.
Oh, yeah, I do think they're one and the same in many ways. The book is really based on my own experience. And so for the reader, one of the analogies I use in the book is around the fact that we're all diamonds. And actually, through life, we get covered in these layers of grime. And this book, my hope for the reader is for them to understand that and recognize that it's about clearing away and unbinding from this grime so that they can come back to who they've always been. I
Mm.
think my understanding before I did so much personal development work was that we had to get to a different destination. We had to be somebody different at the end of the
Yeah.
journey. And so the book is really written with the premise that we are the diamond all along.
Yeah.
And actually, it's unclearing all of the crap that we've picked up through life and that we come back to who we've always been. So when you ask me, what do I want? It's even more of that, even more unbinding through listening to hopefully stories of people that are being impacted by the book and by the work and by the exercises. And who knows, there may be a volume two that comes as well.
Ooh. And if there were to be a volume two, Helena, if where do you think you would go on the journey next?
Oh my goodness. Where would I go? In logistical terms, would I go back to the jungle?
I was thinking
Oh my.
more about these diamonds you're talking about, but
Where would I go next? Being, what would the book be about? Or,
yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
oh, no idea.
No
No
idea.
idea. And I think that would be the whole premise for me, because really what I worked through when I was writing the book was no more forcing, no more forcing, no more pushing. The book actually comes down to one of the key stories within it, which is we have to let go of contraction in order to expand. And so that would be where I would start with the next book, would be looking at all the places that I expand, that I'm in contraction, because I need to know what it is. And I don't know yet. And actually moving into the expansion of allowing it to unfold, just as this book did for me.
Mm, beautiful, beautiful. Well, this unknown next book, I'm also looking forward to that now.
Can't wait to know what it's about.
Absolutely. Let's tell the author first, shall we? Oh, Helena, it's been really great to have you join us today. Thank you so much. And thank you all for listening to the PublishU podcast, featuring the genuinely real life stories of authors from around the world. If you're interested in becoming an author like Helena too, please do visit us at publishu.com, publish the letter u.com. And if you enjoyed this broadcast, make sure you subscribe for more. Thank you all for joining us, and goodbye for now.